Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com, and today I have an extra special treat for you because I filmed too many process videos this month in order to go up before the month is over, and I did the same thing last month and I still haven't even gotten to all those videos. I decided since I had some spare time to edit this, I would post an extra video on Friday today to share with you guys this layout. So I am using my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and I'm doing a multi-photo layout of, again, us feeding giraffes. And I know I've scrapbooked this before for different occasions, but this is a different time that we fed giraffes, which is totally a super fun experience. If you guys have not tried it, I would recommend it once everything's back to normal. And today I am using the Hello Darlin' paper pad from DCWV, which is part of my kit this month. And let me tell you guys, now that we're at the end of May practically, I have put a huge dent in this kit. I don't think there's many full 12 by 12s left as pattern paper that goes, not the cut aparts, not the die cuts and things like that, but for the regular pattern papers, we made some pretty heavy damage this month, and you guys will see that in the wrap-up for How to Kill a Kit with Style at the end of the month. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do so you don't miss out on that video, because I don't want you to miss out on all the information that you could be getting and inspiration you could be getting for using a paper pad to create layouts. So like I said, 2 photos on this one, and I know I've been doing a lot of single photo layouts, but I tried to mix it up here at the end because I know several of you want to see additional things like 3 photo, 2 photo, multi-photo in any category, but I am trying to incorporate more. I definitely need a lot of help in terms of photo organization and things, especially since my recent order. If you guys would like to know more details about my current happenings, what I do in my craft room every day or every week, I do have exclusive vlogs over on my Patreon that all my patrons get to see what I'm up to during the week, because I know a lot of people have questions and they get exclusive stuff over there. So if you're interested, you can check that out. Right now I'm just going to mat my photos on some black cardstock. I normally am not huge about matting my photos on cardstocks, and I definitely think I should be getting into it more often. I have a lot of cardstock, and I definitely think it's a missed opportunity to utilize it if I'm not matting my photos. So here I'm going to trim those down, and I do realize that this month in particular had a ton of contrast in it because of the black patterns available in this paper pad and in the embellishments I picked for my kit. So you will see that we have a black pattern in the background, but we also have a very bright neon green. And I know this isn't everyone's color, and to be honest, when I bought this paper pad, I really didn't buy it for this green. There were a ton of beautiful florals in it, and florals win my heart over every time. And I definitely think that this one was not on my top of use list. But here I am using a sheet of it. I will say there is still a sheet left, so you guys will see that in the Kill a Kit video, but at least I got one to bite the dust. So I kind of did this interesting take on a sort of paper strip layout where you have like one main layer and then a couple strips of pattern paper. And I don't know if I love the way this layout came out. It's definitely something different. Here I'm going to struggle for about 2 minutes putting this washi tape down. It actually took me much longer in real time, but we'll say 2 minutes just for my own sake. But this washi tape is just from Joann's. I actually bought it from their party section, so if you guys have not ever checked it out, and when things are back to normal, hopefully they are in your area sometime soon, definitely check out their party section. I don't know why they had washi tape in it at one point, but I got some rolls of colored washi tapes and they worked really well. And here you can tell my washi tape is still beyond crooked. And I did ruin the first strip. But this washi tape is very difficult for me to use. It's such an odd hot pink color that I was okay with wasting a little bit. So I'm going to rip it up again and reposition it. And that just goes to show you that we're not perfect. YouTubers do not necessarily get their designs right the first time, especially if you don't plan things ahead, and I'm not a huge planner usually when it comes to my scrapbooking. So I'm going to replace this, and it does go better this time. I actually use the grid that's on my cutting mat here to help me, and what do you know, now it's fine. If only I'd done that in the first place, but not everything's as picture perfect as it seems, and we all struggle with design, and telling the important stories can be really stressful. But you guys can check out all my series on my channel to hopefully get some inspiration, and hopefully this one's a little bit cheery and you can have some inspiration from this one. I will say this color scheme is quite outside my normal comfort zone. We've got hot pink, we've got lime green, not my normals. Luckily, the one photo has orange in it already, so that does float in well to the color scheme. The blue, however, in the photo of myself with the giraffe does not go well with the color scheme, so we're going to ignore that. I could have definitely gone with colors that went with the photos, but I opted to just work with the kit. The theme, you know, the fun theme really worked well with these photos, so that's kind of where I went off with that one. So I'm going to continue looking through my kit. I have puffy stickers, I have a bunch of things I could pull from, but one thing I don't have is anything zoo themed in my kit, but I do have zoo themed items in my stash, so you'll see me pull out some things later to utilize on this page. I do pull out a Paper House puffy sticker. It's just a little camera, and I also pull out this tag, which will work as my journaling. Maybe I should have done some inking on the edges of this layout just to provide more contrast between the layers, but I also didn't want the dingy look that sometimes comes along with distressing or inking the edges. I pulled out a freckled fawn label there to put a little journaling spot on that photo. And I also have these tags, which are from the paper pad itself, which will help make me some clusters, which is really nice. I like when things like that come with paper pads or come with collections to help you really solidify clusters or add journaling spots. It's just nice and easy, and it automatically coordinates. And that's why I'm partial to paper pads over individual sheets, although I do love what designers make, and I think it's gorgeous, and you know, it's higher quality, usually thicker paper in general, but there's something about a paper pad that just makes it so easy for me to just look through and pick out something. It's sort of like an index of a specific theme or a specific color set, and that's sort of why I like it. It's like a book that you already know the story of, so you can pick and choose what you want out of it. But that's just my take on paper pads. Here's where I start pulling out Animal Safari products from Echo Park to use on my layout. So I pull that banner in that says "It's a zoo around here," just because I thought it was funny. We were at the zoo at the time, and you know, it's kind of funny because we're feeding a giraffe. But what I really think is great about this and how it kind of turns out is that, you know, it ends up being my title, but it wasn't intentional. It just worked really well. I would even be willing to call it a happy accident, if you will. And I do like how it turned out. But here you'll see me shifting through a bunch of different products, trying to find something for this layout. I really did struggle with this color scheme and to find embellishments that fit the theme, the busyness of all the papers, and I ended up keeping it simple. I didn't need anything too fancy. Sometimes it's just some paper, a few stickers, and that's it. Luckily, I did remember I have these Pink Fresh Studio phrase stickers, and you know what, guys? They're hot pink and lime green, which is an interesting one, but they worked really well for this layout because of that color scheme. I also pull in a few hearts in certain spots just to add a little bit of fun, orange again, and some pink just to add some more color, because sometimes it's just the little things that really help. So these basic embellishments like heart stickers or like star stickers can be sometimes. You just need a little something, right? I do audition some flare pieces off and realize I don't think I want them as part of this layout. I think it's really clear how hard this layout was for me. It's definitely not balanced. It's definitely quite busy, and I don't hate it. It's just, you know, it's not my favorite, and not every layout has to be your favorite. It's more so about the story. It's more so about capturing the theme of the photos, the happiness of the photos, or whatever emotion goes with the photos, and essentially exploiting that onto a piece of paper, if that makes any sense. I do pull in one of these ephemera pieces that just says memories, and it's a nice pink color, and then I pull in this one, another pink that matches from the same collection that says, well, I had to fight for it to get out of there, but it says Zoo Venture, and again, a pop of pink can really help settle things sometimes, and I add that to the right cluster, and I really like how that turned out too. So that could be an alternative title or a secondary title, but like I said, a lot of high contrast on this one with the black mixed in with the neons, if you will, but I do like how it turned out, and you guys can see I'm using my art glitter glue in its normal bottle. I definitely prefer it that way over the fine line bottle, because the fine line bottle is almost too pressurized for such a soft liquid, but you guys might know that already. So what I decided to do next is add some Nuvo drops, and these are in black, just because that is, again, high contrast. I want to sprinkle the contrast throughout, so I add it to each of my clusters and around my photos, and I think it turns out well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this extra layout. I know it's not the best and it doesn't fit in anywhere, but used up some more scraps in some of my kit and some of my stash, and that's the important part. So here are the close-ups again. Let me know what you guys think if you guys like the additionals, or if you think you should just stick to my normal uploads and I can just keep the other layouts to myself or post them on Patreon. But I'm sure you guys enjoy some extra videos now and then. But I hope you guys enjoyed this zoo layout. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and be sure to subscribe so you can see the whole results at the end of the month with what I've created, because it's a long list again this month, and I think you'll be in for a surprise. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!